inspected the world's most beautiful lagoon. Chillax, bro. All in time. You know what the people always say? They love the freedom here.
I love the freedom here. Come on, Brian.
Of course some people are used to it. It's out of their comfort zone.
Darling, I've been thinking.
Yes?
Let's explore the island. Discover its wonders.
Leave the resort? Have you gone insane?
I'm sick of holidays stuck in the one place. Same meals, same beach, day in, day out.
What about the children? What if we get lost?
We'll all go. The island's only 32 kilometers around.
Oh, the bus, darling.
Yes, clockwise and anti-clockwise. If we miss our stop, it'll come around again soon enough.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Come on, children. We're off on an adventure.
Nothing beats exploring our little paradise with the wind in your hair.
There's no clutch, just turn the key on and away you go. Have fun. Ka kite.
Like a sail, boss.
What about the tourists who hire a car?
Well, let's get a college driver's license. But get this, in other countries, in your photo, it's against the law to smile.
What?
Here, it's against the law not to smile. You're in a little paradise now. And the best part, you can park for free anywhere in the whole country. Except for the one place you don't park.
Well, why not?
So you in a good mood? Yep. Loving the high seas, free as a bird. Out of snacks. Well, what? We've run out. You've eaten them all. I thought they were just starters. You know, it's not so long ago we used to be cannibals.
What's the first thing that you're gonna eat when you get back?
A big fish sandwich. Huge and fresh eggs.
Can I have a tuna sandwich, please?
Sorry, hun, out of tuna today, but I'll check. We've just got fresh mai and fresh coconut sorbet for dessert.
I'm never gonna leave my little paradise again.
It was only 30 meters, and you walk.
Sorry, baby.
I know just how he feels. We love this little paradise too.
Let's never leave. Children, we'll live here forever.
Joanna!
Rana.
Kia ora.
Kia Rana.
Kia Rana.
Kia Rana.
Kia Rana.
Kia Rana.
Excuse me, we were wondering what this is.
Actually, that's an unhusked coconut.
Tourists don't know anything, eh?
That's not true. They just need a little bit of guidance because they're not from here. And sometimes tourists say a few things that are a little bit funny to us.
Is it still going to be raining on Sunday?
This is beautiful.
Yes, they're all pearls from Manahiki.
Your English is very good. Can you show me the road to Manahiki, please? I hear the pearls are really lovely there.
But they just aren't familiar with this place, so we should be patient with them and answer any of their questions. It's all about being a good host for our guests, sharing the knowledge, because one day we might be the guests and they might be the hosts. Let's leave our guests with happy memories and send them home a little better informed than when they arrived.
Thanks for letting me come, Uncle.
No problem. Today you get to see your uncle in action, meeting and greeting our visitors and teaching them a bit about our language.
Why do you do that?
People don't just come here for the beautiful beaches. They love our culture too. This is our chance to share a little real Maori with them.
Do you ever teach them swear words?
What? No, of course not. We don't teach them swear words. Kia ora, pea koe. That's how we say hello. How are you over here?
Pea koi.
Mei taki. I'm good.
Thanks for the ride, Jeff.
Not a problem. Don't forget to enjoy your holiday and keep practicing your real Maori. Ka kite, I hope you had a wonderful time. Oh hey, did you learn any more Maori words?
Well, Jeff, ka kite ra e taku taaki e no ra
Kia orana, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the grand finals for the Cook Islands Rugby League Domestic Competition 2023. We're out here at Nukupure Park, Muri Beach, where all the grand final actions have been taking place so far today. This afternoon's encounter will be between defending champions Tupapa Maraerenga Panthers Tupapa Panthers have been dominant in this competition so far at first round, trying to find their way. During second round, finally found their footing and their form and annihilated every other competition until they came back up against their opposition this afternoon, the Arorangi Bears, in round 2. Arorangi Bears have been the dark horse in the 2023 domestic competition, surprising everyone and upsetting a very strong Owachu Nico team in the semi-finals last week. Wasn't an easy task, but Arorangi Bears clawed their way to the grand final for 2023. So we're just having everybody up off of their feet for the singing of the national anthem. And that there was the national anthem for the Cook Islands, sung by none other than Curly George. Officiating this match this afternoon, the man in the middle, Tuolua. Big task for him this afternoon. Has been doing an exceptional job so far this season. And we see him take the top job this afternoon. There we see both captains in the middle with referee Basil Matopo for the Arorangi Bears and Eric Newbing from the Tupapa Panthers. Perfect weather conditions this afternoon here at Nukupure Park. Overcast, much to the delight of all the players that took part in today's grand final. As we wait for the official to give his words of encouragement to both teams to head on back and liaison to the rest of the players out there, I'll just run through from today's competition with the under-14s finals between Arorangi Bears and Nottingham Monteverde Sea Eagles. Nottingham Monteverde Sea Eagles coming away with the win in golden point extra time. Under-16s, a very determined Owachu Eels young pack going up against Tupapa Panthers managed to come away victorious, defeating the Tupapa Panthers. And in the under-19, Owachu Nico Eels went up against the Arorangi Bears and managed to defeat the Arorangi Bears in the final. And now, for the main event, the Premier Men's, Tupapa Maraerenga Panthers going up against the dark horse of the competition, Arorangi Bears. Arorangi Bears, fairy tale season, I would say, with the help of a very experienced coach, Bobby Henson. Just a little fact on Bobby Henson. Coached the Ngāti Matavira Sea Eagles to what was actually a fairy tale season, undefeated from beginning all the way to the grand final and claiming victory for the Sea Eagles in 30 plus years. A very big task, and Bobby Henson was able to do that as head coach for the Sea Eagles. Will he be able to do it again this afternoon for the Arorangi Bears, as we have not seen them in the grand finals for just over 10 years? I'm sure it was back in 2013, 2012, if I'm correct, the last time that the Bears made it to the grand finals. And for them to come out here and battle it out, first bits, Penitito, but manages to lose the ball. There are 3 men in that tackle. Do not know how did Felitti end up with possession of the ball. Only one way, a strip had to be involved there. So Basil will be extending yards from off of this penalty. Careless mistake there from the Panthers, but easy yards on offer for the Arorangi Bears. Basil Matapo. And Fale gets things underway. And Tupapa not back 10, giving yet another penalty away. Very luckily for Arorangi Bears there, careless tap and pass, tripping off of the goal there. As we see Arorangi, extra meters again. Now tap and go correctly. Totoa with the first run. Totoa takes the first settle. Cos out to Penitito. Workhorse Robert Heather settles it for his team. Heather to play. And bringing Maui back on the inside. Wrapped up there from the defenders. That's their third. In, out, looking backdoor, gives, finds Stephen Willis in open play. Manages to get the pass away. Scrambling defense though, shuts him down. Fale Sorialo to play the ball. Down his short side. Steve throws it back inside. And it finds Totoa. Toto trying to muscle his way through, wrapped up by 3 tacklers. Cos, bit slow to react to that pass there, manages to find his mark. Little grubber through the back. They'll just let this carry on to back play. Dead ball, so Tupapa Panthers march their way to the 20-meter. And their fullback being very strong, Filimoni. The difference for this Tupapa pack the last time they played 2 weeks ago against the Awachi Eels. Mr. Reliable definitely showing his stuff this afternoon. That's their second big yards already on offer for the Panthers, creeping into the Bears territory. Stretching the ball to the other end. Filimoni sizing them up and wavers that ball to a speedster, Johnny, who got ankle tapped, shot down at the back as he was heading for the try line. Panthers now still on the attack. Double cut brings him back on the inside. Tunupopo wrapped up by the defense. Tua, Ravula, looking for players, finds Dana Savage. Dana couldn't find the mark, bit too low. And knock on from that loose pass there. Very unfortunate on the cleanup there. Didn't bring it in cleanly, so Arorangi Bears will have the scrum feed deep within their territory. Matapo to feed the scrum. Decides to take it down their short side once again. Pirinesi to play the ball. Maui at acting half. Sorry, there's Maui there. Big strong surge from the forward. Logan couldn't take that cleanly, loses possession and hands it on over to the Panthers. Panthers now, well, a well position to be in, deep within Bears territory. And four more plays up their sleeve. Okinai edges them closer towards the try line. Oswell hands it out to Henry. Henry, short ball to their captain and manages to get the offload away to Vita. Tupapa, still possession, manages to get it out to Barry. Barry wrapped up by the Arorangi scrambling defense. Stephen Willis once again, body on the line. Tupapa launches the ball back on the inside. Oswell throws a dummy, takes it in himself, looking for an offload. Filimoni on the inside, wrapped up there by Heather. Just as well he was there. Filimoni looked like he was going to score. And again, Henry sizing the defense up. One-on-one, strong tackle, bringing him down. And Strickland getting in the way, gives a 6 again recount for the Panthers. This could cost the Bears. Back-to-back defense. And a penalty for a high tackle. Shots firing and one just slipped up a bit too high. First points on offer, but Panthers not looking at the goalpost at all. Decides to find the sideline. Tuaravula finds the line. And Junior wasting no time at all trying to catch Arorangi defense. Napping, just gets caught short of the line. Yeah, Junior being told to go back to play it where he was held. Tua looking for runners. Double cut brings Oswell back on the inside. Oswell with an offload and a lovely flick back pass. Ravula has the ball. Attacking down his short side. Junior hopping. Decides to take it in. Settle it down for his team. Junior now to play the ball for the Panthers. Panthers edging closer towards the try line. Strong defense from the Bears, eliminating any advancing play from the Panthers. Panthers still stuck at the moment, but now find the go-forward momentum and puts Filimoni into open space to cross on over for the first try this afternoon. And referee giving the try. As I was mentioning, Panthers looked like they were stuck with no go-forward momentum. And what do you know? Man of the hour, fullback. Been doing everything right this year for them. Filimoni puts the first points on the board for this match. And just a meter or two from the sideline, Mr. Reliable, Feliciano, to put an extra 2 on the board for his team. And looks right and launches it in between the uprights for an extra 2. 6 points on the board. Definitely brought his kicking boots this afternoon. Ano with the extra points there for Tupapa Panthers. Matapo now with the restart. And players in front, but referee allows to continue. Panthers now. Oswell on the rampage. Met by 4 hungry bears. Monster him up and put him down. Filimoni, pick and go from dummy half. Loses his footing just as well. The beast was on top of him. Strong shutdown defense from the Bears. Panthers just edging themselves a few extra meters forward. Oswell finds Tua in the back play. And a lovely kick into open space with a speedster. Johnny manages to regather possession, but the referee has his hand out for an altercation. Not too sure what was, must have been pulling the man before the ball came down. But Bears very lucky to get this penalty from a promising run. Speedster Johnny out on the wing for the Panthers. Matapo finds his mark and easily an extra 15-20 meters. Perenesi gets things underway, hands it on over to Maui. Nicholas Maui, hard to be brought down from the Panthers. Strickland finds workhorse Heather. Heather, strong on the blockbuster, gets an extra few meters from the impact. Cos hands it on over to Andre, the beast. And living up to his name, muscling his way through, monstering through the defense. Finally brought down. Andre. Matapo. In, out to Jeff Mangele. Jeff has been devastating out of center for the Bears. Too strong off of that play there. Scrambling the fence just drags him over the sideline. Mangele been a blockbuster out of center this 2023 season for the Arorangi Bears. Tevita plays the ball. Barry picks and goes. Big strong run there from Barry. Junior now knows he needs to get involved and do some work. Picks and goes, gets a few extra meters for his team. Still crawling. Tevita now realizes there's meters up for grabs, takes it himself. Just brought down at the 10-meter mark. Filimoni finds big workhorse captain Eric Newbing. Eric just brought down meters from the halfway mark. Tevita looking for his playmaker, finds Dana Savage. Dana with a little grubber behind players. Very smart play there from Dana to just have a little dab behind Robert Heather. Thought he did everything right, cleaning their ball up, and just fumbles as he was going to ground. Handing the ball back on over to the Arorangi Bears, to the Tupapa Panthers. Unlucky for Arorangi Bears there. Have to work hard again on the fence. Panthers now attacking the short side. Filimoni decides to rampage his way up the middle. 4 defenders to bring him down. Taking them for a few extra meters. Feletti sizes them up, pins his ear back, and heads straight for that red wall. Ano to play. Attacking down their right side. Back players on for Ravula. Junior brought down a few meters from the try line. And just pushing himself a bit too far from the tackle. Toe to go back. Uki wrapped up there. This is their fourth play now. Short ball for the captain, looking for the offload, didn't have runners with him. Final is the call from the referee. Heading back down there right side and decides to have a drop kick. Easily slots it in for a 1-pointer. That's 7 points on the board for the Tupapa Panthers. Smart thinking from Tua Ravula, playmaker for the Tupapa Panthers. Sees the points on offer and takes no chances, putting more, extending their lead to 7. And another deep kick, hoping to keep Panthers stuck into their territory, especially with the way they've been rushing the fence lately. And it seems to have worked to their favor, causing disruption once again in the ruck. Bears edging themselves ever so closer towards the try line as the heavens slowly opening up here at Nukupure Park. Just hope it doesn't pour down just yet. Will make a very messy game with wet conditions here, as it has been exceptional. Strickland throwing a dummy, sizes them up, whipped, rush the fence there, eliminates any advancing play from Strickland. And again, Bears still fine possession, but that was final. I don't think they realized as they were trying to juggle their ball away instead of putting it up into the air. Panthers now, opportunity to get themselves out of trouble. That's their second there. Panthers advancing ever so closer into... Oh, and Felici with a little chip behind. Regathers. And that is the sort of play he is capable of doing. Just done a bit too much and loses possession of the ball. Did everything right there. Just couldn't keep his hands secured onto the ball. So Bears getting themselves out of trouble. Logan Perenesi, big strong surge. Back on the inside, finding Heather. Heather sizes them up and slices through the defense. Still finding it hard to bring him down, and Filimoni, bit too high on the tackle. Didn't know how to stop this rampaging bull coming on through. So penalty on offer. Once again, they decide to tap and go, wasting no time at all. Arorangi Bears edging themselves ever so close to the try line. Cause dummied everybody and crosses on over. Even Dami, the cameraman, had everyone fooled. The fence thought he was heading on in. through the dummy, and try has been awarded for the Arorangi Bears. Cosma, brilliant stuff from the dummy half. Knew the defense was rushing up through the dummy and ducked, backed himself, got under everybody to secure their first try for the Arorangi Bears. Matapo to put his team within one. And Matapo easily puts it in. Gets his team closer by 1 point now. Arorangi Bears 6. Tupapa Panthers in front with 1 on 7. Dana Savage there with the restart to get things back underway. And a big kick towards the back. Strickland gathers this and heads it on over to Heather. Heather looking for space. Brought down by 2 big tacklers. Topes now. Strong surge from him. And Bears now still, but big solid defense from Tupapa Panthers there, drives him back. Cosma appealing to no avail. And a big kick. Pressure is on for Johnny, who lets it bounce. Luckily, he wrapped Tupapa up. He looked like he was heading for the try line. Always backs himself. Gets there, but couldn't get away from the defense. Panthers now running themselves out of trouble. Salafi wrestling his way around. Panthers now. And a simple mistake. Frustration. Blaming it on the other player. Couldn't quite play their ball correctly. So Pereti gives it on over for the Arorangi Bears now, giving them an opportunity once again. Bears still muscling their way forward. Rain's pouring. Tackles will be slipping. Ball will be slippery. Need to keep control. Cosma picks and goes himself, ducks and weaves, and just gets pulled down a meter from the try line. Cosma wreaking havoc from dummy half this afternoon. Attacking down the short side. And Heather muscles his way over. Referee says held up, but I see the ball in Tupapa's hands. How did it end up there? Big, strong surge from Robert Heather. Wrapped up as he was diving over the try line. Scrambling defense from the Panthers. But Bears will still keep possession and have another opportunity as the heavens definitely opening up now, making it harder to tackle. Cosma down there short side. Strickland into the hands of Johnny knocking it on. Sio trying to clean it up, but driven behind dead play. So it will be a drop, goal line dropout. And a big kick there, collected by Stephen Willis. Stephen throws a couple of dummies and takes it in himself for the team. Fale Soyalo gets involved, gets in the middle, has a pick and go. Now attacking down this right side. Cosma back on the inside. Matapo looking for runners. Finds it in the form of Strickland, but ball too slippery. Couldn't keep hands onto that ball and loses possession, handing it on over to the Tupapa Panthers. Panthers escaping a very strong surge from the Arorangi Bears. Luckily that the heavens have opened up, made it very difficult for both teams, whether it's tackling or on the attack, as the ball is slippery right now. Anything can happen. Both teams' strategy will have to work with a closer game. We'll hardly see the ball being thrown around now. Junior wrapped up. Not brought to the ground though. Still able to stand and play the ball quickly. Faletti picks and goes. Looking for the offload. Wrapped up and brought down. Faletti now plays the ball. Faletti back on the inside to Seal. Seal with a big shot from Logan. Shrugs it off, gets up to play the ball. Still attacking down their right side, and Ravula spots space, kicks it, but Stephen Willis cleans it up well. Tuapota now met solid in the tackle, but Soyalo weaves around, almost got away from Seal, wraps him up and brings him down. Soyalo plays. Matapo finds Mangele on his inside, gets themselves an extra few meters. Finally, with their go-forward momentum. Heather now. Big, strong defense onto Robert Heather. He is a workhorse and a menace for the fence. Maui now. Big, strong hit on Maui. Gets back up to play the ball. Cos sends it back on the inside, and Matapo sends this to the heavens. Hopefully the rain has done its job, and it has. Soccer skills is on, picks it up. There should be zero as Filimoni played at the ball. So Arorangi Bears, another set to play here as they head towards their try line. Picking up a penalty, careless mistake there from Dana. Rushing from marker, not being square, giving the Bears another opportunity from the form of a penalty. Cosma looking for the mark. Taps, hands it on over to their workhorse, Heather. Heather brought down. Been very difficult to handle this man though. And stripping the ball away. Panthers need to be careful not to find a player sent out for the same penalty. Panthers need to keep their cool and get their composure back. Not let themselves get frustrated and throw away careless penalties. Could find themselves one man short. Matapo throws it out, back on the inside to the beast, Andre. Tupapa know very well to contain this man. 5 men to bring him down. Numbers to the left. Strickland to Logan. Logan gets away, but the winger wasn't reading it. is that Tayo out on the wing. Didn't read Logan's play there. Should have backed him up and supported him. Could have got that flat pass. Would have been in. Tupapa Panthers lucky to escape a try scoring opportunity there from the Arorangi Bears. What a grand final match we have here on offer, ladies and gentlemen. 1 point difference. 7 to the Tupapa Panthers. 6 to the Arorangi Bears. Panthers trying to get themselves out of trouble. Seal manages to get past a couple of tacklers. This should be their fourth play now. Big, strong defense, as I mentioned earlier, with what Arorangi Bears are capable of doing. Ravula decides to launch it outside. Alistair holds himself well there. And Filimoni, no, they didn't get away with that. Touch judge got involved. Tuolua missed that little knock on there from Alistair. Great strong run there from Alistair. Did his work well on the first impact. Got away from the tackler, but it was the second one. Couldn't keep his hand onto the ball firmly. Losing possession and handing it on over to the Arorangi Bears to their delight right on the halfway mark. Bears now getting themselves out of trouble. Arorangi Bears with an unfortunate mistake there from Logan Piranesi. I thought they were on the front foot, getting themselves into the right positions. Players were ready. Just this rain causing troubles for both teams. Not able to play it cleanly. Fumble once again. Panthers now. And I'm sure we should be heading into halftime real soon. Referees not picking up a couple of infringements, and once again, but lucky to be getting away with it.
Another one, Drew. Another one, Drew.
Captain Eric Newbingy trying to get some go-forward momentum for his team. Tavita looking for their other workhorse, Seal, and he just slices through a couple of tacklers there. Strong run there from Seal. Tavita throws the dummy, comes back down the short side, finds Feletti. Feletti knows one way forward, takes his tackle, settles it down for his team. Dana now puts the kick in. Took its time to get down, but cleaned up well by Stephen Willis. Tayo now from dummy half. Nice strong surge from the young man. 3 tacklers there, but got through 2. 1 brought him down. Logan Piranesi with a big strong search. And catching Arorangi Bears. Working too fast, too hard. Panthers offside. And Matapo definitely be looking towards the side to get his team an extra 10, 20 meters. Matapo now. And this rain is wreaking havoc. Simple pass like that. Couldn't take it cleanly. The rain sure is making it difficult for both teams out there as we're seeing the ball handed on over. Both teams finding it hard to complete their sets. That was just a simple tap and pass. just too slippery. And again, as I mentioned, the weather definitely taking a toll on both teams here. And again, Perenesi had everything right there. Just needed to keep the ball in hand. Referee Tualua heading towards his official on the side. Hopefully he saw something there and can help him out. But no, the call will stand. Knock on. Losing control of the ball. Hands that on over for the Panthers. And just like that, possession one way to the other and back to the other. And I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing it happen more and more as this rain really taking its toll onto both teams. And looks like their fullback, Filimoni, being attended to from the medic there. Sustained some sort of injury trying to bring down Logan Perenis. And we see him back up onto his feet, but not staying onto the field. They are taking him towards the side. So we will see how his injury plays out, if he will return. And game is about to resume. Panthers scrum. This time, Tua able to keep possession from that pass. And almost fumbling it there as he was playing the ball. Salafi now manages to hang on to the ball. Feletti will not be passing this ball at all. Brought down right on the halfway mark. Junior gives the ball off to captain Newbing. Eric gets up to play the ball. Seal finds Henry on the back play and brings his forward on that little short play there. Now coming back down this left side. Dana with a kick into the corner, but just a little too much. The wind pushing it out on the full. So Arorangi Bears will be heading on back where that kick came from. And we'll just play the ball to get things underway. Big, strong tackle. But Mangele, Tayo, still gets up to play the ball. Soyalo, Arorangi Bears changing their strategy, keeping it close from dummy half. Now Koza gets involved. Finds Maui. Nice strong run from Nicholas. Jabbing back an extra meter or two from the Panthers. Koz finds Matapo looking for runners, bringing Andre back on the inside. And Seal charges him as he was going down. Matapo now. Big kick from Matapo. And not taken cleanly. Panthers losing possession. This weather definitely is taking its toll on both teams this afternoon. Arorangi Bears hot on the attack as they approach the sideline. Numbers to the left that they can get the ball there. And just there, finds Strickland. Strickland out to Teo. Teo steps back on the inside, ducks and weaves, gets underneath and crosses on over for a brilliant try in the corner there. And yes, Tuolua, referee has pointed to the mark, given the second try for the Arorangi Bears. Teo, great footwork, getting himself into the right place to be and crossing on over for their second try this afternoon. There's 10 points on the board for the Arorangi Bears. And slots it in with ease. Puts his team further in front with 12 points. Great stuff there from Basil Matapo. Definitely brought his kicking boots this afternoon. That's 2 for 2. Just edging themselves further in the front. Panthers with the restart. A big, strong kick, well received by Strickland as Logan Birinesi takes the last tackle for the first half right on the hooter. What a very intense match this has been this first half. 40 minutes. Grand final action here at Nukupure Park. We see the Arorangi Bears in front with 12 points. Tupapa Panthers on 7. We'll be right back after these quick messages.
Thanks for letting me come, Uncle.
No problem. Today you get to see your uncle in action, meeting and greeting our visitors and teaching them a bit about our language.
Why do you do that?
People don't just come here for the beautiful beaches. They love our culture too. This is our chance to share a little real Maori with them.
Do you ever teach them swear words?
What? No, of course not. We don't teach them swear words. Kia rana, pea koe. That's how we say hello. How are you over here?
Pea koe?
Mei taki. I'm good.
Thanks for the ride, Jeff.
Not a problem. Don't forget to enjoy your holiday and keep practicing your real Maori. there. I hope you had a wonderful time. Oh, hey, did you learn any more Māori words?
Well, Jeff, ka kite ra e taku taaki e no ra
Do you got anything for us to eat, Uncle?
Oh, coconuts again, Uncle?
The kids don't know how easy you got it. Back in my day, way before tourism came to the Cook Islands.
So back in like 2000 or something?
Something like that. We had to get up early every day to work in the fields, and we had to pick fruit and go fishing, practice our yoga poses, work out quadratic equations, and dodge lightning strikes, all before the sun came up. And it came up much earlier back in those days. Yep, and we did it all with one hand tied behind our backs.
So how did tourism change that, Uncle?
Well, it brought us many great opportunities, allowing us to showcase our culture, dancing, crafts, and it brought money into the economy.
But I don't understand. Why do you have that big pile of coconut?
Well, lad, after you finish husking them all, I'm gonna sell them to that tourist over there, and then we're gonna go buy us some roast chicken.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of the Cook Islands Rugby League Domestic Competition Grand Finals 2023. Arorangi Bears seem to be hot favourites this afternoon with a 12-point lead against defending champions Tupapa Maraerengas on 7. And both teams out on the field, ready for the last 40 minutes. But just seem to be waiting on the match official. Man in the middle, yes, finally making his way out to the pitch. So now, ladies and gentlemen, the last 40 minutes all comes down to this. Who wants it more? There's not much in it. Arorangi Bears just 5 points in front. A converted try will put the Panthers back in front. But Bears have created an opportunity to be in front just before the hooter. Panthers, though, first possession of the ball, getting themselves out of trouble. And Junior, lovely dart from dummy half, gets an extra 12 meters where that was played. And put a lovely offload there to the captain. Newbingy goes down. Attacking down this short side. Alistair now crosses on over the halfway mark for his team. Panthers edging towards Arorangi's territory. Slow pickup there from Tua, but he is that person with a stop and go. Strickland! Lovely intercept from him. Unexpected move. Tua had no idea what he was doing, just looking at his players, took his time, and this young man, Strickland, just snuck in like a thief in the night. Saw the opportunity, didn't waste it at all. Took what was on offer, backed himself, and got all the way for the first try in this second half. And oh my gosh, so much speed off of this young man. He's been playing overseas in the New Zealand competition. Flew over second round in the upset. The first major upset of the year, where the Arorangi Bears defeated Tupapa Panthers, their second loss this year. And what drove them to this fairy tale season under the guise of Bobby Hansen. Matapo to push his team further in front. And with ease, puts on another 2 points, pushing them 18 points up. And the Tupapa Panthers finding themselves with an uphill battle very early in the second half. Still, at least 35 minutes in it. And a big, deep kick sees Andrew Puruia try to bust through that black wall. 4 defenders to bring him down. Puruia, 6 again is the call from the ref. And Topes! Bit tough on that call. Small man onto bigger guy. Good, the referee allows it to carry on. Tupapa trying to muscle up on the fence now. Sending in more bodies to stop the Arorangi Bears. Bears, through the form of this monster, the beast, Andre, being a menace up the middle of the field. He was devastating last week. Definitely in form again this week. Early kick there from Basil Matapo off of the 4th. Filimoni cleans it up and again tries to stop and go. Can't do this against a very strong, determined Arorangi pack. But Arorangi markers, tacklers got carried away a little bit there. As we see punches and, well, a couple of face shoves, I would say. Wasn't really a clenched fist. But frustration kicking in from both teams. One team getting the argy-bargies in, the other team not liking it. So erupting into unnecessary banter, but then we see the 2 offending players, Logan and Junior, actually come in and shake hands, feel it out, because they know what is at stake here. But no, referee's not seeing none of it, sending Logan into the hot seat. And will Tua, no, he will not send anybody else from anywhere. Only Logan Piranesi finds himself into the hot seat. Arorangi Bears short by 1 man. Could this be the opportunity Tupapa Panthers needed? Could find themselves easily down the other end. Puturu back on the inside. Ravula finding Oswell on the cut. Oswell wrapped up by the Arorangi defenders. Oswell gets to his feet to play. As the sun's trying to break through this very thick and heavy clouds, we can just see a glimpse of sunshine coming through. Panthers still possession of the ball. Mr. Reliable knows one job, get his team down to the other end. Got his 10 meters, now the job is up to the rest. Dana throws a dummy, but met aggressive in the tackle. And that was his final. So Arorangi Bears, great defense there in the corner to eliminate any advancing try-scoring opportunities from the Panthers. Cosma runs into his own player. Truck and trail gives a penalty away for the Panthers. Bears giving the Panthers the opportunity to try and claw back into this game. But it has been the Bears' defense that has really kept them strong this season. Can they once again keep this rampaging Panthers team from crossing over the white line? And Felitti spots an opportunity. Great scrambling from the defense there, but too strong and wiggles his way through. Tuolua pointing to the spot and gives the try to the Panthers. Panthers now have clawed their way back into this game. 11 points on the board, kick to come. Very important play there from Mr. Reliable Felitti. Knew where he was, knew how to carry his body, and managed to wiggle his way across the try line for a much needed try to the Tupapa Panthers. Felitti with a very important kick. AG's team closer to Arorangi's score. And lands it in, putting 13 points on the board. Just a converted try away from taking the lead once again. And a big, deep kick. Junior gets under it, not looking to pass this boy at all. Big, strong surge, but driven back in the defense. But the referee called how the tacklers didn't hear it. Too much commotion going on. So a penalty has been awarded to the Tupapa Panthers. That was a tough call. Don't think the tackle was completed. And I thought that the Arorangi tacklers were in the right with the domination and pushing him back. But obviously I didn't hear the referee's call. It is so loud out there. Even the tacklers didn't hear. Junior wrapped up. Almost loses possession, manages to cling on and hold it tight. Seal almost ran behind his player doing a shepherd, but played it safe, stopped in his tracks, and just took the tackle. Oswell now. Brought down right on the halfway mark, claiming the ball was stripped, but the impact as he went to ground could see him losing possession. Arorangi Bears regather right on the halfway mark. as we see the sun piercing through. Definitely has cleared up any form of rain. And Jeff Mangele, great surge up the middle. Tupapa's defense scrambling. Heather doesn't give it to the speedster. Strickland decides to take it himself. Heather to play. Strickland back on the inside. Smart play. Strickland not taking it himself. Barking orders to his team. Forwards need to get behind this man. And the beast, Andre Idol, trying to create something. Finally brought down. Attacking down this short side to the workhorse, Robert Heather. Finally brought down. Final. And instead of finding their playmakers to put the kick pressure on, just hand that ball on over to the base. Won't be passing it anytime soon. Took it down. And final, hands it on over to the Panthers. Panthers deep in their territory. Time has been stopped as yet another injured player needs to be attended to by the medic. And we see Barry get back to his feet, but still struggling as he makes his way to the sidelines. So he'll be heading on out. As for earlier from Felimoni, seems like nothing serious was in it because he's been back out there since the second half has started. So good to know the injured player has returned. Oh, same with Barry. Barry is not leaving the field, decides to stay back on his wing. Big, strong surge from the defense, trying to keep Panthers stuck in their red zone. Junior brought down hard for their second. Seo now steps, tries to get away, but still met aggressively and brought down heavy. Losing the ball on impact. Arorangi Bears showing their dominance on defense. As I mentioned earlier, the defense is what has been winning it for this Arorangi Bears pack. And they are sure showing a clear example once again. Tupapa, frustration is definitely kicking in as a careless penalty, putting his foot, trying to trip the player as he was getting around. Very dangerous play. And just a simple, careless penalty to give away. This man, Basil Matapo, being in top form this afternoon with goal-kicking duties, will definitely be looking towards the goalpost for another two-pointer to his name to extend him even further in front. So already put 6 on the board for his team. Put to the task yet again. Basil Matapo. And Basil to put them further in front. Couldn't quite land it. Flags waved away, but they will still get possession of the ball from the 20-meter dropout. Big, strong run from Piranesi and stomping his way, showing his mark. Tayo goes underneath, just settles it for his team. That's their second. Cosma looking for runners. Benitito being quiet this afternoon, finally gets himself involved. Good strong surge there from Benitito. Lovely passing out to their magic man, Daniel Tonorio, making his way out to the field. Back on the inside with a little grubber. Arorangi appealing for a penalty. Tuolua seeing nothing of it. Salafi plays it. Now Ravula trying to get himself involved, doing his work to get his team out of trouble. Sio with a block-busting run. The beast hanging on, finally brings him down with the help of Tayo. Sio gets up to play, down the short side to Filimoni. Filimoni sizing them up, tries to muscle through this Arorangi red defensive wall. Brought down heavy in the tackle. Filimoni, Oswell attacking down this short side. Strickland getting very physical in there, wrapping him up, keeping him all tied up. Dana looks for the heavens with a beautiful kick down into the corner. And play on is the call from the referee as they head on down into the corner for a beautiful try from the Tupapa Panthers, just waiting for the... Wasting no time at all, pointing to the spot. Tupapa Panthers finally found themselves back into this game with their try in the corner. Dana, lovely kick into the heavens. The rain has gone, but the sun piercing through, blinding the fullback. Stephen Willis couldn't take control over that ball. Ended up back in the hands of the Panthers. Still had their work cut out for them. Shifting the ball and finally scoring in the corner. Getting themselves 1 point closer to the Arorangi Bears lead. A very important conversion attempt to come from Mr. Reliable, Valetti, Arno, to put his team back in front. As they've been chasing tail the second half. Nearly 20 minutes of gameplay has eventuated in the second half. Arno to put his team in front. And flags waved away. Arorangi Bears still in front by just one. What a grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. Bears, 18 points. Panthers, 17. Kick to come. Just over 20 minutes remaining on the clock. Still anybody's game. This is grand finals. And Junior claims their ball, looking for nobody to pass through, runs it straight into this Arorangi wall. Felimoni from dummy half, wrapped up by the marker Logan, drags him down. That's their second. Back on the inside, and Tua getting himself involved with the runs now, giving his forwards much needed rest. But Seal, workhorse this afternoon, trying to find his way through the back of the ruck, just gets wrapped up. Now down this short side, numbers out to Alistair. Alistair wrapped up, brought down. Panthers, once again, Filetti throwing a dummy, finally gives it. Seal puts it up into the air. And again, it has bounced into the hands of the Panthers. And points to the spot to give that 4-pointer. Nothing was on, just the pressure from the kick. The bounce went into the favor of this winger for the Panthers. As he caught it, he didn't know what to do. Walking on over the try line and easily puts it down. Finally, Panthers have clawed their way back in front. 21 points to 18. Arno to push his team further in front. And just like that, 23 points on the board. Panthers. And the weather has definitely gone into the favor of the Panthers at the moment. Great turnout down here at Nukupure Park. A monster of a tackle from Perenish. Logan, hungry on defense. And once again, Ravula getting involved, taking the workload off of his forwards. Felimoni, pick and go from dummy half. Ran straight into the markers, brought down a few extra meters from where they played the ball. Devita, back on the inside to Oswell. Oswell manages to get the offload away just as he was being brought down. But the second pass there, Devita, forward pass as he was trying to scoop and get his team with their go-forward momentum. It was all set up there from the offload. Thought he was in trouble when he let that ball go. Referee deemed it as play on. But Tevita couldn't get his pass away cleanly. Just pushing it slightly forward. Giving Arorangi Bears once again a favorable possession to be in. Tacking down this left side. Strickland finds Logan on the cut, sending him back towards Tupapa's defenders. Strickland at dummy half, looking for his forwards. Heather, the workhorse. Cosma looking for his runners, finds the beast. Good tackle there from Tuoravula to stop the menace known as the beast, Andre Iro. Lovely skip pass out to his winger, who carries his other winger over the try line. Taio. And referee points to the mark and calls the try. A much needed 4-pointer for the Arorangi Bears. 1 point away from Tupapa's lead. Another important kick to be made. Basil Matapo to put his team back in front. Tit for tat on the scoreboard so far. Down by 1. Just inches away from the sideline. That's how close Taio was from being taken out. Becky bagged his winger and crossed on over for a very important try, ladies and gentlemen. What a grand final here at Nukupure Park, Muri Beach. Matapo sizing it up. And let's loose in between the uprights, putting his team back in front. Matapo definitely brought his kicky boots this afternoon. 24-23. Tit for tat on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. Going one way, then the other. Arorangi Bears have clawed their way back in front. Much to the delight from their drums, all the way from Poikura. As I did mention, ladies and gentlemen, they are the dark horse. They have eliminated the top contenders for the Cook Islands Rugby League domestic competition, showing they can beat the Tupapa Panthers, annihilating the minor premiership winners, Awachu Eels, in the semi-final last week. Have found themselves back in front once again. The men from West battling it out here on the East. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to who wants it more. Basil Matapo sees an opportunity for a 40-20 and lovely piece of work from the mastermind himself, Basil Matapo. Exceptional play, a massive play here from Basil Matapo to regather possession, knowing exactly where the winger was, knowing Barry is struggling to get back and cover ground, aimed for his corner, manages to cross it on over and get the ball back into the red hands. Cosma taps, sends it on over to Andrew. Andrew, Bruya, almost getting there. Cosma back on the inside. Now the Bears definitely playing with ease. Cosma back down this left side. Andre, stop and go on the cut there. Strickland was unsure where he was. Cosma now looking for players, trying to find their playmakers. Numbers out wide, finally stretching the ball. Arorangi Bears in the corner. Fale Soialo losing the ball as he was diving under tackles. Panthers escaping a try-scoring opportunity there from the Arorangi Bears. Not scared to shift the ball one end of the field to the other. Fale Soialo trying to duck his way under tackles, losing possession of the ball as he was stretching out for the try. Will the Panthers be able to grind themselves out of trouble, or with a strong defense that the Bears have been showcasing, stop Tupapa in their tracks? And Tupapa playing dangerously with the sideline, throwing the ball away, resulting in a loose play for Jeff Mangele to put one in the corner. And signs of chaos happening here as the fans erupt in the corner for the Arorangi Bears. What a massive play from Tupapa. Risked it, sending their ball out to their winger, played dangerous with the sideline. And as I mentioned, the defense from this Arorangi pack has been very, very strong all year round. Once again, they showcased it right then and there. Tupapa risked it all by throwing their ball out to their winger. Just needed to get the hard grind up the middle. I think they're just finding it too hard from this very strong defense of the Bears pack. And such determination from Jeff Mangele. The job was not done. Still had a lot of work to get to their try line, but the sure determination from this very powerful center puts them 28 points in front. And this kick would definitely secure a converted try from the Panthers lead. Matapo. And couldn't land it. Flags flown away. Still an opportunity for the Panthers to claw back in front with a converted try, but the Bears 5 points in front, 28 points to 23. Ravula. Haven't seen them restart this afternoon. So Tua with the big kick deep down, and Basil Matapo cleans it up, hands it on over to Purua. Andrew met aggressive from that black wall there. Topes throws the dummy, manages to get away from one, ducks under a second, but loses possession of the ball as he was brought down to ground. Now it has been presented to the Panthers. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this game. Tua Ravula down this short side. Arorangi Bears manages to eliminate any advancing play there. Tua once again throws the dummy, pushes off one, brought down by the second. Ravula to play their second. Devita back on the inside. Salafi sets it up for his team. Devita throws the dummy, comes down the short side. Arorangi Bears not having any of it, wrapping him up. Now Panthers meters away from the try line. Junior finds his playmaker, Sio, out to the outside line. A knock on from their skip pass. Hands the ball back on over to the Arorangi Bears. Arorangi need to grind this ball, get themselves out of trouble, back onto the other end. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Cook Islands Rugby League Grand Finals. Arorangi Bears, 28 points. Tupapa Panthers, 23. All comes down to this last 10 minutes. And again, a mistake. Hands it back on over to the Panthers, who are definitely at a... Wow, this is exactly where you want your scrum to be. This is what you've been training. This is what you've been working and practicing week in, week out. 20 meters from the try line, in front of the goalpost. Can go either way. Tua lines up on the right side of the field. Now switching to the left. Filimoni creeping from behind. Filimoni trying to duck under. Tacklers dragging him down. Filimoni plays. Seal down the short side. Nicholas done his arm in that tackle there. Panthers getting up to play. Panthers now storming their way towards the try line. Oswell, meters away from the try line, brought down. Quick play, the ball. De Vita running into his own player, but the referee allows him to play on. Any day, that's a chuck and chill, but it is carry on. Tua with the kick to the corner. Tayo almost let that bounce into the hands of the Tupapa winger. Luckily, the bounce got the better of him. Hey, you got this. Arorangi once again need to keep the ball in hand. Found themselves in the same situation. Going to their workhorse, Robert Heather. Now, the other workhorse, Andre Ito. Andre just keeps the ball secure. Goes down for their second. Back on the inside to the other workman, Logan Pirinesi. Logan's been devastating this afternoon for the Arorangi Bears. And smart play there from Junior, getting underneath the ball and just disrupting it enough. Pirinesi leaving it and losing control. The referee not seeing or hearing nothing of it, calls it as he sees it. Has awarded a scrum, a very timely and costly scrum for the Panthers. Another opportunity on hands for them. Dana brings Felici back on the inside. Felici brought down on the 10-meter mark. Filimoni will not be passing this ball anytime soon. And Benny Tito had hands in the play. Referee says 2 in the tackle, strip. Salafi wasting no time at all, picks and goes. Salafi to play. Salafi. Now Seal working his way behind the ruck, almost getting through. Seal lands down pretty heavy, touches his hair, takes his time to play. Filimoni won't be passing. Anytime this guy's behind the ruck, he'll be running the ball. And catches them off guard, resulting in a penalty. So, Tupapa, set plays now. Less than 5 minutes remaining. Hura could go any time, just unsure of the stoppage time. Panthers down by a converted try. Important set to get through. and just seem to be finding themselves a little lost at the moment. Now finding their playmaker, Tena. Double cut, bringing his player back on the inside. But running behind his player, Shepherd is the call, and the referee sees it. Blows his whistle to the delight of the Arorangi Bears. But Arorangi have to realize they've been stuck down here for the last 10-15 minutes from their loose carries. A very important penalty for them to get through. A very important set. Matapo definitely be looking towards the sideline, wanting to get an extra 20 meters from this penalty. Matapo gets his team an extra 15 meters where the penalty was initiated. And an unfortunate mistake there from the Panthers, who looked, they were dominating at the moment, but they did look a little lost on attack. And as they came back in with their double cut, running behind his player, resulting in a Shepherd. And as I said, an important penalty for Arorangi Bears. Arorangi now just need to maintain the set. Have found themselves in this situation time and time again for the last few plays. And right on the hooter, a fairy tale victory to the Arorangi Bears. They have done the impossible, defeated the heavyweights of the domestic competition. First, the Awatiu Nico Eels last week in the semi-finals. Then this week in the grand finals have caused the upset of all upsets, claiming victory. And what a victory it has been. A hard-earned battle here at Nukupure Park, as we see the crowd's supporters running out onto the field, much to the delight of their players. And congratulations to their coach, Bobby Henson, who has done the impossible. Second time coached a team, come in as underdogs, but walked away victorious in the end, as we see the Iron Maidens from Arorangi, Puaikura, dancing it out, drumming it out, cannot contain themselves here at the 2023 Cook Islands Rugby League Domestic Grand Finals competition. And that's all I can say, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us throughout the 2023 Cook Islands Rugby League domestic season. Our last match this afternoon won by the Arorangi Bears in a very intense tussle against the Tupapa Panthers, 28-23. From our team here, Polynesian Media, from our camera crew, all the way out to all our viewers, Mei taki mata, en ka kite.
Wondering what this is.
Actually, that's an unhusked coconut.
Oh.
Tourists don't know anything, eh?
That's not true. They just need a little bit of guidance because they're not from here. And sometimes tourists say a few things that are a little bit funny to us.
Is it still going to be raining on Sunday?
This is beautiful.
Yes, they're all pearls from Manahiki.
Your English is very good. Can you show me the road to Manahiki, please? I hear the pearls are really lovely there.
But they just aren't familiar with this place, so we should be patient with them and answer any of their questions. It's all about being a good host for our guests, sharing the knowledge, because one day we might be the guests and they might be the hosts. Let's leave our guests with happy memories and send them home a little better informed than when they arrived.